Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. I want to take a minute to apologize to all of you. I haven't been lazy or non-productive, I just have not been putting out YouTube videos. I've been actually on my website building that, putting out blogs on the same thing that I'm talking to you guys about. I just get it done more there. It's easier for me to physically go somewhere, write about my own personal experience there, than to bring the camera with me, have the lens, have the lights, have the microphone, all while business is going. Sometimes it's a lot, and depending on how dark it is or how loud it is, I'm in trouble. I won't be able to put out, the video if, let's say, the restaurant's playing the radio. I don't own the rights to anything. If they're playing songs off of a CD, I don't own the rights to those songs, so might be able to use the video, but I'll have to clip the audio, and you'll have to be stuck listening to a voiceover. So I have been trying to figure out a creative way to avoid that, because I actually like sitting here or standing here talking to you guys, and I want to talk to you guys more. It's different from responding to comments on social media, answering questions on social media, on the places and the food and the atmosphere, but when you can look me in the eye and I can look in the camera and we can have an understanding on what's going on, it's completely different. It gives me a connection to you guys, and it gives you guys a different connection to me. And at the end of the day, I'm going to always promote community. Since I just left Ivanhoe Village, I went there to drink some beers. I've never been to any brewery ever in my life, so I thought since Orlando has about 20 of them, it was a good day to get it done. The problem that I incurred when I went down there, it was actually raining and I got stuck in traffic, so by the time I actually got to where I needed to go and I found parking, the sun was down and everything was already happening, basically. Music was really loud. I kind of like to get somewhere early enough where I can get the camera out and I can show you guys what the scenery looks like, what everything, the atmosphere of everywhere. But it's hard to do when, the music is there, you're elbow to elbow, and I just think that it will, take the aesthetic of the restaurant down if I pull out the camera, pull out the microphone, pull out the lens and the light and just shine it in people's face. It's just not that cool to me, at least. So I prefer to do all my work in the daytime in that distance, plus the traffic and the rain. I was left with my lens in my hand, let's say that. Ivanhoe Village is a pretty cool place. I enjoyed the time that I spent down there. It's completely different from the rest of downtown Orlando. When I think downtown Orlando, I think loud, 21 to 23 years old, drunk and stumbling and slurring of words. But about 10 minutes more down, it's completely different. The scenery is probably about, 25 and up to 30s, 40s. Like, I didn't see anyone really drunk. I just saw everyone chilling, having an awesome time, drinking a few beers, which to me speaks volume, because if I'm with someone and I am drinking and enjoying myself and enjoying their company, and somebody 2 tables behind or the table directly behind or in front of us are puking, they're arguing, they're doing all these things, it takes the joy out of what we're doing, because we're looking at this smuck getting smashed. So I started off at 1010 Brewery and I kind of walked to Ivanhoe Park Brewery, and it was about a 10-minute walk to get from one brewery to the next brewery, which is awesome, because if you live here in Florida and if you have been here to Florida, you know that nothing is 10 minutes away at all. So for that to actually be 10-minute walking and we can't find anything 10-minute driving, that's pretty cool. It had the feeling of like a small city going on. It didn't really see open pastures of cows and fields. You just saw, restaurants, businesses, things of that nature. I want to report as much as I can to you guys because I think that's exactly the kind of stuff that I want to put out. Like, who knew that there are over 20 breweries in Orlando? Who knew that there's something called Central Florida Ale Trail and that it's they're all aligned. If you go into one place and order a beer, you can go into the other place, get a beer, and hey, hold on, I think I have one of those beer cans. Yes, I do. So, the second place that we went to, after we left the first place, we walked out of 1010, made the left, and walked down about 9 minutes, and we got to Ivanhoe Park. Let me know if you guys, if your taste buds on beer change. Because I was once a IPA fan. I was big up on the Cigar Cities, big up on the Swamp Apes, but over time, my taste buds kind of shifted. I actually leaned more towards blonde ales now. So in 1010 Brewery, they have a tropical something of a tropic something. It's a blonde ale, very tasty, highly recommended to everyone. When we went to Ivanhoe Park, they mostly have IPAs, but they did have this. Yeah, see? And that's what I had when I was there. It was awesome. What I will say on both places, we tried to hit a third brewery, but I was getting hungry. All three breweries have food, but the first one sells food inside of the facility. The second one sold food on a food truck, which by the time we got there, the food truck was gone. And we actually drove about 10 or 15 minutes to the third brewery, which was Red Light. We actually didn't get to check that out because we were hungry. They do have a food truck there as well, but it is like 90% sushi and healthy food items. I wasn't really craving healthy and fishy food, so we head out to eat something else and wound up heading home after that. And then here I am with the video to you guys right now. But I did write a review about the time that I had and wrote a review on the food that I ate. You can read that on FilmzOrlando.com. Thinking of going to downtown Orlando, back to Ivanhoe Village, and knocking out all the breweries in the daytime so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm also planning on going to some of their restaurants, some of those mom and pops, because you know I'm definitely about those, and they seem to have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of them. If you guys want to be part of this community, check out those restaurants with me. I promise you guys, go to FilmzOrlando, check out the blogs, it's amazing. Wouldn't you guys like to go to a restaurant that's reasonably priced, that's going to serve you food that you're not going to taste anywhere else, anywhere? Yeah, that's something that I want to be a part of. If you guys want to be a part of FilmzOrlando, yeah, just hit that subscribe button and let's take off. Hop over to the website, yeah, read up, hit everything. Interact with the whole website if you need to.